سلام وعدالة والثورة خيار الشعب. حرية سلام وعدالة والثورة خيار الشعب. حرية 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 حرية. حرية سلام وعدالة والثورة خيار الشعب.
Everybody is just aspiring to a better Sudan, to the civilian rule of the Sudan, and everybody is asking for military to do their job and to go back to their barracks. The Sudan is to be free, and the people of Sudan to be free, and justice to prevail, and peace.
So, back in March 2023, as part of the Hop Hurriya project, 3 of us in the community here in Edinburgh, Scotland, sat down to reflect back to the time that's now known as the December Revolution in Sudan from 2018 onwards. And we had 2 key members of the community talk about their experiences at the time and how events in Sudan, all across Sudan at the time, directly impacted and affected and engaged and involved the Sudanese diaspora here in Scotland. What you'll hear are definitely things that are upsetting, also things that are hopeful. You'll hear both trauma and triumph in the mix. You'll hear about a special period in the Sudanese diaspora of Edinburgh, our experience of self-worth, our emotional resilience, self-care, self-efficacy, all the elements that make up our identity as human beings, in this case particularly Sudanese human beings. And you also hear about how people cared for each other and collectivity during really difficult times. We recorded this almost exactly 1 month before the ultimate escalation of the ongoing wars in Sudan. And now many more people have a sense of where Sudan is and what's going on. But this will give you an insight what's going on now, some of the background and history to that as seen through the eyes of Edinburgh's Sudanese diaspora. What I suggest is you will hear things that are upsetting. You'll also hear things that are triumphant and hopeful. So if you're not feeling in the best space, maybe take a minute and choose whether to listen now or to listen back. As this is a podcast, you're in control of the play button, pause button, and ultimately the stop button. But let's go. First up, you're going to hear from Ashraf Ibrahim, who's going to introduce the conversation. Ashraf's a member of the Sudanese community in Edinburgh and begins the conversation.
So, welcome to another sit down with one of our community members. We've got here Khalid Kafil. He's a member of the Sudanese Uprising group. He's a member of the Sudanese community. We're going to talk with Khalid about Sudanese Uprising, from a brief history of the uprising and the situation now compared to the start of the uprising. We're also going to talk to Khalid about coping mechanism during the uprising, and we'll finish off with a brief chat about the uprising and Sudanese community efforts and Sudanese communities worldwide efforts and sense of the uprising, not only during the uprising but also during the COVID pandemic.
Yes, hello everyone. The uprising, Sudanese uprising, Thawra, December, كلها عبارات يعني stuck in every Sudanese person or every Sudanese mind. We were here in Edinburgh, living our own life as every other person. Been here for years. Out of a sudden, we all heard about the uprising, the Thawra. We heard about it in the news. We never followed anything in the lead to it. We all heard it in the news, and really the thing that made everybody to try and do something about it, or to obviously we're far away from the grounds in Sudan itself, but everybody felt that he could do a role, and that made the community to come together. And that was exactly when people started to hear the strange things, which is people started to hear about bullets in the streets, and people are getting killed, and that was a strange, one of the most strange things about the December revolution, and the way that the government was trying to suppress the uprising. So in my humble opinion, I personally think that was one of the major things that brought people together, and it was all came natural in my opinion, and there was no one who's a leader, no one who's more Sudanese than another, but everyone wants to do something. The families are killed there, our brothers and sisters are getting shot at on the streets of Khartoum. And why? Because they're going out peacefully, and they're talking about peace and freedom and justice. So everyone else enjoying these basic rights wherever they are in the world. So why not the Sudanese?
Ashraf and Khalid continue to speak about the Sudan Uprising Support Group established in Edinburgh in 2019 and still active today. We're going to pause now, as that's a taster for a more in-depth conversation that comes up later on in the podcast series. What you're going to hear next is a lyrical reflection by members of the Sudanese community in Edinburgh in response to what's going on in Sudan, in Khartoum, in Bahri, in Undurman, in Darfur, El-Janina, and other areas of Sudan right now, just 1 month after Ashraf and Khalid recorded that conversation.
Eid Ramadan 2023, me, we.
We did what made us happy, holding on to the joy of Eid, to give us the strength just to think of Sudan again.
Keeping the spirit alive. Football, food, family. Cleaning the house, cleaning my tears. Celebrate quietly.
Eid Ramadan 2023, me, we.
Eid of mixed emotions for everybody. Angry, worried, hopeful, said one. Sad and concerned, said another. And one just looked forward for a day at the theatre.
Eid Ramadan 2023, me, we.
We awoke to God's call while they woke to bombs and gunfire. Our prayers asked God for forgiveness while theirs asked Him for protection. We took our children for walks while theirs were barricaded inside. We cleaned our houses, they hid in them. We called our sisters out of familiarity, they called their brothers out of fear. We played two-sided games, the people of Sudan were caught in the middle of one.
Challenging, hard and sad. That's how life sometimes is. It's us who can manage this and change it into normal, happy and amazing.
Eid Ramadan 2023, me, we.
Following on from what you just heard, you're going to hear sounds from Sudanese gatherings in Edinburgh in April and in June 2023 in response to the awful escalation of the wars in Sudan, and hear from not only Sudanese but our non-Sudanese allies, our Scottish friends who come and stand with us to show that we are here and we care about what's happening in Sudan, and to try and do something, anything, to bring a stop to the awful war in Sudan.
Stop the war in Sudan! Stop the war in Sudan! Stop the war in Sudan! Stop the war in Sudan!
Now today we are protesting here against the war which started in Sudan last Saturday. Now the war, 12 days of the war. This war actually started between two journals. The one is Hemedti, known as Hemedti, Ahmed Dagalo. He is a head of the rebel forces in Sudan. And the other part of this war is the Al-Burhan. He is the head of the Sudanese army.
We are here from different cities of Scotland. We have support also from different unions came here to support us. So we are here today to hand a letter to Hamza Yusuf.
Peace for Sudan! Peace for Sudan! Peace for Sudan! Peace for Sudan! Stop killing in Sudan! Stop killing in Sudan! Stop the war in Sudan! Stop the war in Sudan! Stop the war in Sudan!
We are not taking any side whatsoever. We are not taking any side whatsoever. And Burhan is a criminal. Hemedti is a criminal.
Actually, the tension between two men started long time ago, but a real war started on Saturday. The fight between two men for the first time in our history in the capital city in Khartoum. It is really bad because both sides use heavy weapons for the first time in area full with civilians inside the neighborhoods.
Stop shooting in Sudan!
Stop shooting in Sudan!
Open safe corridors!
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 Many Sudanese people now trying to leave Khartoum, even if it is not safe to leave Khartoum, but they are doing their best to leave. But those people will be a refugee, and they will go to different places without any aid, without any support for them. So actually now today, we are protesting against the war in Sudan. We ask two parts to stop the war immediately. We ask two parts to open safe corridors for people to evacuate, to reach health services, and most important, to reach food and water. There is young people, old people, sick people are stuck in war places. They couldn't leave their places. So we ask both sides, stop the war and open safe corridors for civilians.
We're here at the outside St Giles Cathedral on the Royal Mile in Edinburgh on 3rd of June 2023. And can you tell us what made you come here today?
The current situation in Sudan is that there's two army generals fighting for power in Sudan, and because of their greed, they're killing loads of people. I've come here today to be one more person to put pressure on those two. Hopefully that would make them stop. Hi. So, what made you come here?
So I'm a dual citizen. I was born in Scotland and I've got citizenship for Sudanese citizenship. I just wanted to come here to sort of spread awareness about what's happening in Sudan just now, and try and get more people aware about what's going on and try and get them to help out as much as they can.
I'm here today to support my friend and her family who are from Sudan.
I'm here today to say no to the war in Sudan. A war started in Sudan on 15th of April.
I came here today because one of my best friends her family's Sudanese, and they're really affected just now and wanted to bring an awareness to the cause.
Scotland action, action now! Scotland action, action now! Scotland action, action now! Scotland action, action now!
I think one good thing to do is to spread awareness, because if more people know, more people care, more people would be against what's happening in Sudan. How do you want to help?
I'd like to encourage the government to get involved and to spread awareness as much as possible.
I'm here today to say no to the war, to ask everyone help and international support to push the two generals to stop the war today, and also to seek for humanitarian aid.
I mean, I think it'd be good if we could get more awareness in the Scottish Government and try and get some involvement there to help out with resources and supplies and any way that the Scottish Government can help out.
No Himiti, no Burhan! No Himiti, no Burhan! Stop the war in Sudan! Stop the war in Sudan!
So what happened last time was that people were protesting for the military regime to end, and just by people protesting, just by the Sudanese people not wanting it to happen, the president did end up stepping down. I think if we keep doing this, then that's obviously what will happen. So I think right now we just need to persevere, just keep going.
One of the important activity we are organizing here in Edinburgh as a Sudanese community, we organize many fundraising. Most of this fundraising go to support Sudanese hospitals, and we think this fundraising activity link us together. We can come together in this difficult time for all of us, and also make good fundraising and collect money to support Sudanese people back home in this difficult time. And thank you.
Peace and justice for Sudanese!
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 So if you've been moved by anything you've heard just now, you can take one action by going to the Sudanese community in Edinburgh on Facebook, or Sudanese in Edinburgh on Instagram. Alternatively, just search for the Sudanese community in Edinburgh on any search engine, where you'll find links to current fundraisers for those who are destitute in Sudan and who have been standing up for human rights in the country for over the last 5 years. Thank you for any small contributions you can make. Hop Hurriya is a Dark Matter production, which is me, Zaki El-Salahi, a member of the Sudanese community in Edinburgh.
Hi, my name is Fatuma and I helped make this.
Hi, my name is Azza and I made this.
Nania is the name I would like to share, as it's my name in the Nuba language.
اسمي كفاح إبراهيم مشهور بكفاح الإزقاردي في تويتر.
Hello, I'm Manzir. I'm part of the project.
The Hop Hurriya project is a collaboration between Dark Matter and Media Education, who provide digital media education and learning opportunities for communities across Scotland. We're grateful to our funders, the Scottish Government, Community Mental Health and Wellbeing Fund, and our supporters, EVOC, Edinburgh's Voluntary Organisation Council, for the support they've given us for this project. Stay tuned for more in the series. Salam. Peace.